In a small town, there was a house that everyone whispered about. It stood at the edge of the village, hidden by thick, dark trees, and its windows were always covered in grime, making it seem as though it hadn't been touched for years. The townsfolk called it the Shadow House, and no one dared to go near it. They said strange noises came from it at night, whispers, creaks, and sometimes even screams. But there were two friends who were not afraid of such rumors, Lana and Nyla. Lana, the fearless one, had always been drawn to the unknown. She would explore dark alleys and climb the tallest trees. Nyla, on the other hand, was more cautious. She was the thinker, the one who considered all the possible dangers before making a decision. Yet, she could never resist Lana's infectious energy. One crisp autumn evening, while the moon hung full and bright in the sky, Lana turned to Nyla. With a mischievous grin, Lana asked, "Why don't we go to the Shadow House tonight? It's Halloween, the perfect time for an adventure." Nyla hesitated, her instinct screaming to stay away. But she trusted Lana more than anything, and the thrill of the unknown tugged at her. "I don't know, Lana. I've heard the stories. They say people who go there never come back the same." Lana laughed, her voice light and carefree. "Stories are just stories, Nyla. Let's see if they're true." With a deep breath, Nyla reluctantly agreed. Together, they set off toward the house. The path leading up to it was overgrown, the grass tall and wild. The trees above them swayed in the wind, casting long, eerie shadows across the ground. As they approached the house, the air grew colder, and the hairs on the back of Nyla's neck stood up. The house was even more terrifying up close. Its dark, crumbling exterior looked as though it had been abandoned for centuries. The windows were broken, and a rickety wooden door hung on its hinges. Nyla took a step back, but Lana was already walking toward the door, her heart racing with excitement. "Come on, Nyla," Lana called. Nyla followed, trying to steady her nerves. As they stepped inside, a chill swept over them. The air was thick with dust, and the floorboards creaked under their weight. The house was dark, with only the faint light from the moon streaming through the broken windows. There were strange markings on the walls. A heavy silence hung in the air. "Do you hear that?" Lana whispered, her eyes wide. Nyla froze. There it was, whispers, faint but unmistakable, coming from the shadows. They seemed to be calling their names. "Lana, Nyla," the voices seemed to say, almost like a chant. Lana's eyes gleamed with excitement. "It's probably just the wind. Let's go upstairs and see what's up there." They climbed the creaky staircase, the whispers growing louder with each step. At the top, they found a long hallway with doors on either side. One door at the far end of the hallway stood ajar. A faint light flickered from within. Without thinking, Lana pushed open the door, revealing a large room that seemed to have been untouched for years. In the center of the room stood a grand, ornate mirror. It was covered in dust, but the glass gleamed strangely in the dim light. "That's odd," Nyla muttered, stepping forward. "Why would a mirror be here in a house like this?" Lana shrugged. "Let's take a closer look." As they approached the mirror, something strange happened. The reflection in the glass shifted. At first, it was just the two of them standing there.